everyone, it's that special time of year again in the Intellivision Homebrew community. It is time for Portland Retro Gaming Expo, that's PRGE 2025. I'm Papa Pete.
And I'm Willie from Arcade USA, and we're going to do a rundown of some of the newest Intellivision Homebrew games being released by Intellivision Revolution and Intelligentvision at this year's PRGE.
In this video, we've got 7 titles to announce that if you're lucky enough to be able to attend the PRGE right now, you'll be able to pick up from Rev of Intellivision Revolution, or if you're not lucky enough to get there like me, you'll have to pick them up from the Intellivision Revolution store or from Cyber Carolina on eBay in the coming days and weeks.
Rev always has lots of releases in Portland each year, and this year is no exception, with 11 releases overall, including some remastered versions of previous released games, some ports of previously unreleased arcade hits, and of course some games that are original to the Intellivision system. Pete and I will be covering over half these games in separate videos on our respective channels, but we want to do this one announcement video together to let you know what's coming. Are you ready to give us the first game, Pete?
Why not? Let's do it. So the first game I'm going to cover is Pitfall 1 Forbidden Jungle. And you may know Intellivision Revolution, who released not only Pitfall 2, but also Pitfall 3. Well, now they're going back and revisiting Pitfall 1. And not only is it going to include the original Pitfall title from back in the 80s, but some variations on that game, which do some little hacks to it, such as get rid of the time restraints and give you unlimited lives, but that's not all. It's also going to include a historic Intellivision Revolution homebrew title called Robot Rubble. Not only that whole game, which is included, but some prototypes early on from the creation of that game, which really don't resemble the end product at all, but they're kind of neat to look at. Not only great to play, but very historic. Last but not least is when another little addition is probably the true gem from this collection, and that is called Jungle Escape. And it's a little mini game built in the Pitfall universe where you try to capture all the treasures and avoid all the traps and all of the enemies. So really neat little game, and anxious to see Pitfall 1 Forbidden Jungle.
And hopping in for game number 2 is Kangaroo. Help save your little Joey from those evil monkeys. This game was done by Brian Hooden from Brian's Man Cave. It's actually a really fun arcade translation to the Intellivision.
And the third video being released is actually from Intelligentvision, not Intellivision Revolution, but of course Rev always cooperates with David Harley to bring his great games to you guys in physical format, and this one is Death Star Strike. You might remember I played this game in ROM format back on my channel early last spring when David Harley was first working on it, and it really is a great rendition of Star Strike put in the Star Wars universe. Fly your X-Wing fighter down the tunnel, taking out the missile silos as, you know, the Death Star moves over into position to blow up the moon of Yavin. So yeah, it's an absolutely wonderful game, and now we're going to get it in full physical format.
I'm coming in with game number 4, Release Your Inner Evel Knievel with Stunt Cycle. This is an actually really great arcade translation for the Intellivision that I can't say enough about. It's probably one of the earlier games I really enjoyed playing in my arcade, and it's still one I enjoy to this day. Check it out. Check out both our videos on this. I think we're both doing it.
The next game I'm going to announce is a game called Princess Liddy. And yes, I have done this game about a year ago. I did a beta version of this game and announced it on my channel, coming from Intellivision Revolution, and it is finally here. It's a very interesting arcade type jump around port that sort of puts you in the reminder of a game like Bubble Bobble. Very pretty graphics, very pretty box and manual and overlays and such. A great release. And yeah, arcadey. That's the best way to put it, and I'm really looking forward to this release.
Coming in with game number 6, let's go back to Swingin' on Vines to rescue Papa Kong with Ultimate Donkey Kong Jr. This has the original Donkey Kong Jr. released by Coleco back in the day, but it has an upgraded version as well. Also included is a original version that gives you unlimited lives, which I call the Willie mod.
And the last game that we're going to announce here today is another one that's been in the works now for several years. And I actually previewed it about a year ago at the same time as Princess Liddy. And that is Mermaid Enchanted Ocean. An adventure-style game where you play a mermaid who has to travel throughout the ocean floor trying to find the treasure that's been stolen from the king and queen. Find the key to the castle and then return that treasure into the labyrinth that's inside. 10 by 10 grid where you try to evade enemies like sharks and octopus and squid and fish and all kinds of neat things. And it's a very interesting game that is just a lot of fun. That's the only way I could put it. So really looking forward to this beautiful physical release, full box, manual, and overlays. Those are some great titles, Willie, and there are even going to be 3 or 4 more that I'll be covering on my channel here over the next couple weeks, I'm sure.
Rev and Intellivision Revolution always brings lots of great titles to PRGE. And remember, if you aren't at PRGE, where you get all these titles right now, check out the Intellivision Revolution store, as well as Cyber Carolina on eBay to buy your own physical copies of these games.
And again, every single one of them comes with a great box art by the Steve Jones Box Company, as well as manuals from Mark Thompson and overlays from the great Phil Boland, who makes such great products.
Once again, check out both our channels to see more detailed individual videos of all these Intellivision Revolution and Intellivision releases. Anything else to add, Pete?
No, I think that pretty much wraps it up, Willie. Thanks to all of you for watching this video. Don't forget to hit the like button, whichever channel you're watching on. That's absolutely great. And watch for even more news from Intellivision Revolution, as well as all the other Intellivision Homebrew producers over the coming days and weeks, because there's going to be lots more activity in the Intellivision Homebrew community over for the rest of 2025, let me tell you that. Thank you very much, Rev, for asking us to do these videos. And also, thank you very much, Willie, for coming on here and doing this video with me. Right on. I really appreciate it. Take care, everyone.
And as always, thanks for watching. Keep it smooth.
Papa Pete, the old ass gamer. Papa Pete, the old ass gamer.
I'm Rick Reynolds of the Intellivisionaries podcast, and you're watching Papa Pete, the old guy gamer.
What the